Hey, listen,
I gotta
go to
tell you,
WRBA 1075 on YouTube. There's a big red W. Click on it, and you should be able to at some point. Hey, you on FM, sir?
hey, let me tell you something. I'm sorry.
This Miss Rushi.
I'm gonna tell you something. Miss Rushi.
I guess it's yours now.
I'm gonna tell you something, brother.
Miss Rushi.
Master G,
our thing.
When we was over there on 17th Street, every Wednesday, this lady would bless us
every Wednesday
by bringing us dinner every Wednesday,
eat on Wednesday,
just because she wanted to bring us dinner because she loved what I'm doing. And I thank God for Miss Rushi. You know what I'm saying? And she been blessing us with these meals every Wednesday. You know.
Did you say skillet?
Yeah, iron skillet. Hey, but listen though, just like a T-Bone said, if you're in your car, you can go to 107.5 FM. Or you can go to WRBA1075.com. Listen to us streaming live. As soon as you go to the website, it'll start playing immediately. You can also go to your Play Store, type in WRBA Radio, see a black and white icon come up, download the free app. We're also in 52 countries. We just got Egypt. And we just picked up the Netherlands. I mean, it's 200 countries in the world. We got 51 of them. So God is good.
And then you can also download 1-800 Miss Rushi because this is good.
We got your back, Miss Rushi. I know they're gonna come looking for you. Now they gonna put it out there. Hey, but we got you though.
Hey, boy, ain't nothing like some home cooking, baby.
Right, this ain't chicken. It's chicken.
You okay?
My little baby girl. Every meat to her got an SH on it. You have some chicken.
Hey, I already killed mine.
And it wasn't pretty.
It wasn't pretty, bro.
This wasn't mine, but I did what you call a hostile takeover.
Yeah, he did.
He deboed it.
Yeah, he did. He got me.
He deboed it. Hey, but the thing about this, God is good and the food is here. And I thank Miss Rushi for cooking it. Yeah, she always blesses us. God, I'm thank God that she came through the accident though that she was in. She didn't tell her brother that. They don't like that. You don't tell us stuff. You know, you gotta let us know.
Terry knew I was coming.
You know
I told that boy you would come.
Yeah, I know, but I just, but the accident part you didn't tell me about. We love you.
About that.
She in here cooking like she looking for her.
How you know she ain't?
Hey, y'all hear that? You better call her. Here's 1-800-DATE Miss Rushi.
I don't know. We be scared to let her go. We ain't gonna be cooking no more.
Yeah, right. You trying to take our goodness away.
But I want to say I was
how to get on here.
I was watching the national news and I see that they took Johnson and Johnson.
They took
to
him to court. Yeah. And guess what? Johnson was squirming though.
Yeah, they were squirming.
If there's any way that we can get through this without having to go to trial,
it's about time that somebody stepping up. Now, if they just step up and be men to these tobacco companies, because if you know somebody's putting some out there that is definitely causing cancer and killing people, then them are the people you should be taking to court. But because you're getting taxation from it, you don't want to do nothing but allow it to go on. You know it's getting people sick, but you won't take them to court. Why not? Ask yourself that.
Well, look, you see the backdoor thing that they're doing. The tobacco companies doing to get to the kids, vaping.
Yeah.
See, that's the trick. The vape now, and now they stopped having smoking commercials back in the 60s. Right after they stopped people having smoking on film. Now they have actually the slick way are having vaping on television
because it's supposed to be cool. Anything cool.
But it's got tobacco in it.
I sit there and I watch the Nike. I sit there and I watch the Newport boxes, and I used to tell them, it's mighty funny that you don't think that Nike got something to do with these with Newports, but they got a Nike sign on the Newport box.
Right, Nike swoosh.
Yeah, swoosh.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. What we have ascertained is that what we have here is a failure to unsedate. We got a nation under sedation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because all these things are clear and they ain't tough to recognize. But when you so caught up in your favorite TV program or whatever it is that numbs you, you know, whether it be alcohol or whether it be drugs or whether it be food or whether it, speaking of
Oh, you
food,
gonna say
yeah.
because you see me smash.
Speaking of
But I'm
food,
gonna tell you right now, man, you better get one of these wings. Bird,
yeah. Let me close that box up. Close that box up.
Look. It's getting serious now. He said, close that box up.
You see me enjoying it too much. And see, I eat chicken wings
And
like
his fingers
supposed
is
to.
greasy.
I put the bone in the mouth,
Okay,
and when it come out,
it be
there's
nothing but
the
bone left. I do not eat boneless wings.
The gristle and everything must go.
Okay, boy.
It must
I
go.
do not do boneless wings.
See, but you got to understand, he's been down in the islands, man. So, you know, they'll eat the bone. And I love them to death, but the whole bone be gone. And that's not waste, not want, not right.
He talking about close. I'm gonna close this food up. It was real good.
Hey,
but,
man, finish it, man.
So,
I
what?
just
Okay, you just said.
Yeah, make sure you heard me right.
God bless America.
Did I hear him right? Did you just
Miss
say what I
Rushia's
thought you
food that I
said?
love. Stand beside Miss Rushi and guide Miss Rushi
Yeah.
to that kitchen so she can cook off with that love.
They done changed my whole
Bruce,
Facebook. I can't even figure out how to get
You
on.
don't know that, G-Man. I'm a chef too.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah. So I'm very critical of stuff I eat. You know what I mean? Ask my wife.
I ain't gonna get. I'm not even getting nowhere near that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I was
no,
talking
no.
about food. You dirty person.
No, I'm sorry. No, see that? No, see that? How you
Listen,
see where you went?
Listen, guess what I did, y'all? I convinced G-Man to move to Sarasota.
Yo,
He can't
Take
talk
your
like
time.
this, man.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
choke, because we ain't got no Heimlichs. They definitely ain't doing no mouth to mouth.
Here's some more water, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking for residence here.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the smart move to move because our corporate office is here.
Right. Hey, listen, right up the street.
The studio that's doing the movie,
Right up the street.
that's doing the thing about my life is crazy because
The Ringling School of
Yes.
Arts and
a
Design.
beautiful facility, multi-million-dollar facility with all types of open sound stages. I mean, it got so many.
Dude, I
rooms.
taught
Oh,
jazz theory there for
man,
1
come
year
Come on,
at the Ring Art School. Yeah,
well, you know what it looked like. Give him a description.
yeah, I worked there. You know what I'm saying?
Give him a description.
Man, the Ringling Art School is a premier arts and digital design in North America. Disney gets all of their people from there.
And,
guys
Pic-
from
and Pixar.
The guy,
and all of
the
them.
Disney Pixar. I was there when Disney first picked him up. When they started Pixar, everybody Disney and all the artists and painters come from the Ringling School of Art. These kids are from all over the planet.
And we're looking for people that can act in this movie, in this series that'll be on Netflix. It's gonna be a series. We ain't gonna give out the name and the title yet because it's real good and it's deep. But we're gonna be looking for people that have talent, and we're looking for actors. And I'm not gonna go searching all over the world for people to play certain roles. We're gonna pick them right here locally.
Yeah, no, it's all gravy. Listen, we had, and this is how God worked, right? We had one plan, and we thought we was all smart and stuff, and then God said, well, no, this is how you really gonna do it, and it's gonna be bigger and better than you can even imagine. And see, that's what Pastor told me, right? Pastor said, listen, man, when you pray, expect more. You know, expect more than what you pray for, because God can give you a little bitty prayer you asked for.
You know. I think
You
I
know?
think about it. You know, I like I made my CD 15 years ago. I never released it. And the thing about it is, as much as people say they like my music, I never understood how God wanted me to release it. I'm being serious. 15 years ago. Then God created a pathway that my CD will be released as a soundtrack for a documentary for the children of 9/11 that President Bush was sitting in front of on that day.
Yeah, when he didn't get up.
Yeah, so they're using my music for the soundtrack. But see, that's God. You don't know. You can't say what God won't do, because God can take it away that you never thought He was going to take it.
That's right.
Sorry, I forgot
I'ma
we
tell
were
you.
on.
I never seen this coming. You know, I knew that people have offered to do movies about the origins of hip hop, the true story, but I didn't know it was gonna take the turn that it took. But I knew a week or so ago, a little over a week, like last Wednesday, I was in the airport in Columbia, South Carolina, and I was sitting there, and the guy that was supposed to pick me up didn't come and pick me up. He got in his
I'm
feelings
sideways.
and left. Yeah, he got in his feelings, you know, because he wants to be a large entertainer himself.
Yeah.
So long story short, I sat in the
That better.
airport. I sat in the airport for 28 hours, literally. I didn't feel bad because I said God always works things out, right? So I sat there and I said, you know what? I called my bishop on the phone,
Right.
Bishop John Wayne Manning, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I spoke
Thanks.
to him. I told him the situation, and we prayed, and then I said, you know what?
Hey,
My
that's
God
all.
don't answer emails; He answers emails. So I said, I'm a
Okay. Say it one more time.
my God don't
Say it
answer.
one more time.
That's that background singer again. You know, my God don't answer emails; He answers emails. So I got down on my knees and I told God, you know, I know you got a bigger mission. I know you're gonna make things work out because you always do what you do. And I submitted to Him
Mhm.
completely. And within 20 minutes after that, I was already
Sorry, Aaron.
on a first class flight on my way to handle my business. And I said, you know what? I said, you doing this, so I know you must have a big plan for what's going on. I touched down, said, I just want a relaxed vacation. God said, no, you're not going to sit down. In less than a week, in less than 3 days, I did 3 performances. The next day, it was up to 5 performances. Now I done did 2 more performances last night. Plus, the movie is getting ready to be picked up and done. I'm like, I know
Bang,
God.
bang, bang.
I'm like, God, thank you so much. You're the great. Excuse me. Then I went and delivered a contract today for another performance. That's like, see, God is good. See, when you have faith as small as a mustard seed, I ain't
Yeah.
got to go no further. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, leave it.
'Cause
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ask you this, won't He do it?
Let me call you back, okay, baby?
He'll
Yeah.
do it. All you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
do is if we have not, because we ask not. See, we don't go to our Father, we go to other people. We go to man and we expect for them to do something for us. But when our Father tells us to come to Him and ask Him and come to Him like a baby, come to Him humble, come to Him with an empty cup so He can fill it up. When He starts touching you, He don't stop. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. That's not me trying to preach to you. You know, this is the original G-Man of hip hop, the man that started this culture, the man that get on stage after me, it's a problem. That man. You feel me? And I'm telling you the truth.
You know, man. You know what? When somebody say to me, "Well, where you trying to go to?" I say, "Wherever God lead me."
Mhm.
I can't tell you how much money I want. I can't tell you what kind of fame I want because that's not what I want. I love the fact that God takes that out of your head.
Yeah.
He takes all of that
Yeah.
selfish, foolish, physical stuff out of your head, and all you see is what you have in God to do. That's it. And the transition is so smooth because He doesn't lead you to the money. He leads you to the people who have what you need. Money is not an issue.
See,
God could-
in my experience, I always know you don't chase money, let money chase you. You don't let money make you. You make the money. And if you do the right thing, you ain't gotta ask for things because everything you need, God said, I'll take care of your daily bread. You better ask somebody.
You know, that's why they say the ministry don't follow the money follow the ministry.
That's right.
That's exactly how it works. And that's
Hey,
exactly
listen,
what you
guys,
said.
You know what's happened to me, right? I got 2 people in the room who talk more than me, and that's tough. That's a rough one.
No, it just seems like that because we're not interrupting each other.
Yeah, you did too. You just interrupted me. Why you saying you not interrupting? You interrupting.
I had to show you how it felt.
Oh, I know how it feels. Hey, listen. And speaking of the chief sales officer, I just got he just accepted my friend request, and I can say that he accepted my friend request, and he is actually a friend, and that's a beautiful thing. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Yeah, but no kidding though. What is it Judy said? No kidding. What are you saying? No kidding about, Judy? Anyway, no kidding though. Let me say this about all that. See, Ronnie and I used to be hopeless dope fiends, right? But today we are dopeless hope fiends. But it's been taken to a whole nother level. Somebody took it to a whole nother level yesterday and said we are dopeless hope brokers.
Yeah.
We're brokers of hope. You know, we got the Wall Street of hope, baby. And that's what you need out here, man. And you know, and so what we become a testimony. And that's what I want to get back to the seriousness of. We become a testimony of what can really happen when you put the drugs down. when you make a decision that you are no longer going to be a slave to any. He's giving me hand signals like I read hand signals. Talking to the mic.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was that hand signal. I had the hand signal. Hey, Jen. Yeah. See, I got too much going on. I can't even concentrate. Help me, Ronnie.
Listen, one thing I want you to do, please, during the summertime. It's summertime now. The kids are out of school.
Oh,
And you need to pay attention to your children now.
yes.
That they're not in school. For
Thank
those
you,
6
Ronnie. That was
they're
my
not-
second thought.
They're not in school for these 6 or 7 hours, so that they're now there, and you have to go to work. You have to set up some kind of system to watch your kids during the summertime, because that's when they get active.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and
the
so
parent-
does the devil.
And the parents,
Yes.
us as parents, are the first line of defense for our children. We always have been. And like I was sitting in front of, I went to a jazz convention, and George Benson, George Duke, Earl Klugh, Lonnie Liston Smith, and the guy who started Blue Note Records were sitting. And the question was, how do we bring jazz back into people's lives? Like I said, well, first of all, it's first come, first serve. So George Duke said, well, what do you mean by that? I mean, your children. First come, first serve. My daughter, I'm the one that introduced things into her life. It's your job. You're the first defense. You're the first person that they get information from. If you don't give them the right information from the beginning, how do you expect them to discern what their life is going to be as they go down the road? So it's our job.
And guess who the second line of defense is? Us. You know, the community. And that whole saying, what's that saying? It takes a whole village to raise a kid. That ain't just a saying. That's just the reality. But see, we got our thumb so far up our butts that we sitting around watching. I don't know why I always say Empire, because I guess I don't know.
No,
But anyway,
Empire.
yeah, I know. It's not. I don't say that because I don't like the show. I say it because Don's in the room.
No, I just no. I mean, the reality is though.
He loves Empire.
Reality is this though. You know, I got to say this because this is important. You have to spend face-to-face time with your children and create face-to-face relationship. You cannot let them spend all their time through digital interception. And I say interception because it intercepts the space between you and your child.
Right.
And now that is in the place of you. And
Right.
pretty soon their attention span, and even listening to what you're saying, is not going to be registered because it's not on their phone.
That's real.
You
talk.
got to sit down with your kids and have dinner again.
You know,
You got to sit down and read with
some
them.
of,
You
some
have
of,
to.
some, of
man.
some of the kids don't even understand how to express love because they don't see it in the house. And when I say see it in the house, a young girl's first love is her daddy, and how she represents from a young lady and how a lady should be
Hey, Ellie.
treated. How a young lady should be treated is how she see her dad treat the mom. When you have stepdads that come in the house and uncles and granddaddies and all those other people come in the house and they start helping you it takes a village, but if that dad is essential.
Oh, that's what I said. That's the second line.
When my daughter was an infant, from the time she was born till she was 1 year old, I had her by myself. You know, I was a single dad. I was touring. I had my daughter on the road with me as an infant. I had a nanny with me standing on the side of the stage holding her. I'll bring her out on the middle of my show. Say, this is mine. She know what I smell like. I put her little nose in my neck.
Hey, do me a
It's
favor.
daddy. You know,
Just read that.
you want
What
me
is-
to read this?
What does that say?
This says, the original G-Man of hip hop is the bomb, baby.
Yeah.
No, it says WRBA 107.5 is dedicated to building boys into strong men, worthy to be called the head of the household. That's
Amen.
true talk, though.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
If a boy is just growing up and not being raised, especially with a male influence,
Okay.
it's a problem right there. See, you mothers, y'all so busy coming down on the dads and don't realize by you being mean to the dads, you're punishing the child as well. And,
I mean,
and them not loving their dads and not being around and not wanting to be around their other parents, some of you dads too, those are learned behaviors that you're teaching these kids.
yes. Do you know what it is to have a unified front? You know what a unified front is? Day and night, wet and dry. Because if it was day all day, you wouldn't know what night is. You have to have that balance. You have to grow up with the
Are we
balance.
ready yet, Don?
Well, by the time you get ready, it'll
Are
be
you
time
live?
to shut down. You got like 8 minutes.
Oh, we've been live the whole time.
Man, you got me. You called me live. I'm here eating.
No, okay, wait a minute. It's a home friendly atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's all right, brother. You're getting nutrition.
This is a
Ain't nothing
nutritional
wrong with that.
radio show.
Well,
Well, you know, but see, the thing is, you're eating Rushi food. You're eating Rushi food.
Hey, brother.
It's different. See, you can eat Rushi food on the air.
Hey, what we're gonna do? We're gonna get a couple more words in, and then we're gonna end it with your song.
I think that banquet.
Hey, I got these people. Hey, see how far away they are, and how long is this show?
Huh?
6 more minutes.
How long is Fred's show?
We're having a discussion about the social economics, and then the girl comes at 8:00.
Oh, you talking about?
Well, how long are you gonna have to do this?
I can't tell you exactly. I didn't really plan that.
Dang.
All right.
But anyway, like I said, we finna get some closing remarks, and we're gonna play the song from G-Man. G-Man.
You want me to introduce it, or you just?
Yeah, introduce it.
You ready, Joe?
But anyway, all you guys, listen. If you're out there within the sound of my voice, and nobody's told you that they love you today, let me be the first one to tell you. I you know, I get this around here sometime, and I get to feeling some kind of way, and I really got to reach up to God then, especially because, you know, I got to stay on. I got to stay on the path because, you know, that evil and that devil will come at you in all kinds of ways to try to get you off your path and try to get you, you know, especially when you're feeling good. And so I want you guys to know, don't ever let anything knock you off your horse, man. Or if you fall off the horse, fall on your back. And if you fall on your back, you can look up, and if you can look up, chances are you can get up. So, you know, I encourage you guys, if you're still out there in the struggle, and God knows the struggle is real, I encourage you guys to really make a decision, you know, because no decision is a decision, you know. No decision is a decision. And so I'm just hoping that today you'd make that decision to not pick up. Today that you would make that decision that you want to get yourselves clean, and you want to get yourselves get your life back. You want to become a productive member of society again. You want to have connections with your friends and your family, some of those people that you kind of maybe destroyed those relationships along the way, you know, but and you're looking for redemption because it exists in this world.
Hey, I got
there
a
is
special
redemption.
invite, man.
You got a special invite from where?
Yeah, we're inviting the whole public out to Siesta Key.
When?
The oyster on the bay or something like that. Yes.
Oh yeah.
At 9:00, me,
Hey,
some
man.
NBA players, T-Bone. You going? Oh, he's copping out. You going?
I have a show.
It's tonight. We gonna get it in tonight. We are going to, man.
By the time I get to the last show, it's 9:00.
Well, we ain't meeting until 9.
Hey,
See,
Glenn, how
it's
you
at
doing?
9:00. We're
Um,
meeting at 9.
Yeah. Hey Jen, thank you so much. Hey Jen, thank you for all the positive stuff that you send me in messages. I really appreciate it. Kind of really makes my day when I get them. Judy, thank you for all your information, your research that you do. You have made me a recovery specialist because I'm filled with really great information and you know, yeah. Well, I mean, she deserves it.
Hey, hey,
You know?
for that invite, you know where it is. Say it again.
Scob, SKOB. We're gonna be hanging out at Scob tonight. Me, G-Man, some people from PM International.
CSO will be there.
The CSO will be there because he hangs with us all the time. Our chief sales officer gets down.
Man, I can't believe I still can't get over
He gets
jump
down
on the floor in the middle of the show
in the middle of the
just
show
start
and just
rocking.
do down.
I mean, we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Yo, anyway.
This is gonna be an old school house party at an oyster bar on Siesta Beach.
Yeah, Siesta Key, no, in Siesta Key Village.
It's the Siesta Key Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
Oh
You know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
Yeah.
And it's
Don't
just
go
as
down.
you
Don't
get
go
to
down.
the Siesta Key Oyster Bar.
We were just in Scob.
It's right out there.
I mean, we were just at the Blase. It's right
it's
across
right
the
there?
street from the Blase.
Okay, they're gonna be jealous tonight.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know what? How many of y'all remember that legend Michael Jackson though?
Yeah,
Remember
I
Mike?
remember Mike.
You know,
Mike,
Mike-
that's a sad situation with
Yeah.
Mike, you know.
And
But he was the king of pop though, man.
yeah, and I honored him. You know what I mean? I was blessed to bodyguard
No, I
some
know,
of his
sucking
family
up.
and him and his moms, and do my thing as a bodyguard when I left the hip hop game, and I honored him with a memorial in Gary, Indiana. You know what I mean? We did a big event, big show. His mom and his dad showed up. It was real beautiful. You know what I mean? A couple of his family members showed up, and it was really to honor him. You know what I mean? We brought so many entertainers out there that day, and everybody performed, participated. And it was just remarkable. And I had a song that I had started writing before he had passed away. That's because he told me personally that G-Man, you have to reinvent yourself, and when you're doing your stuff, when you're doing music. So every song you do, reinvent yourself on each song, so that you can have longevity, not just in life, but in creativity. You know what I mean? So I followed that model, and I wrote a song, and then when he passed away, I felt some kind of way. I ended up getting the
We
rights
are,
to
Glenn.
it. I ended up getting the rights to it, and I titled it "Be Where You Are." It was the song that Michael did back in the day called "I Want to Be Where You Are," and he was 12 years old, and he was with his brothers at the time. They was known as the Jackson Five, and I did a song, and we debuted it yesterday, but we're gonna do an official debut today of the song, and the song is entitled "Be Where You Are," and this is me and the great legend Michael Jackson.
They just don't know how to express themselves. So allow this triple OG to put things in perspective for you. With a little bit of help from my people down in the Midwest. Yes, sir. Blacktown, West. Yes, sir.
When you work at home, I'm in the streets on ball. I know you always work about me, girl, I'm just in my zone. You know it don't take long for me to be in your sight. Right or wrong, don't matter when we fuss and we fight, you know.
And as you did, I
when we ride on the high, they can't get us apart. Yeah, I'm I-65, me and you in the dark. Now down to the world, sunshine when I rise. See fast like eyes, kinda like Mariah, you know.
and as you did, I just wanna be. I just wanna be. Girl, I just wanna be. I just wanna be.
Trust me, I ain't gonna be long. You Mr. Everything, how you going wrong? Tell me one good thing. If I'm on your mind, how things gon' change.
If you would come looking for me, but you didn't know. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.